My name is Crystal Hensel, and I'm the face of Heroin in Harford County. Addicted tells the story of three young adults struggling with a variety of addictions: alcohol, prescription pills, and heroin. And it not only reveals the devastating impact to the user, but also to one's friends and family members. My brother was an addict, so it was really through his story and so many others struggling with addiction in their families that I thought it was really important to educate others about this topic. And I wanted to do it in a creative way. So I thought I would use the power of the arts to tell a story about addiction. And Addicted uses monologues, film, photography, and music to really tell a story that everybody can relate to. We've performed it in schools and churches, and what I think is great about the play is it not only provides education and awareness, but it really starts a starting point for a conversation that parents can have with their children. Oftentimes after we do a performance, I have people come up to me and tell me that they can relate to a character, or they see their son or their daughter's story told on stage. So it's really giving a voice to not only those that are struggling with addiction, but everybody that's affected by it. It also highlights the emotional roller coaster that we all go on when we're involved with somebody who has an addiction, or we ourselves are struggling with that addiction. Well, I started with my own personal experience with my family and my brother and the struggle that we went through. So that was kind of my starting point. And then I read a lot of books. I read blogs. I went on websites that had a lot of information about it. I spoke with addiction specialists. And every year I get feedback sheets from my audience members, and a lot of those people are in recovery, and would come up and tell me their stories or tell me things that I may have not known. So I've kind of used a combination of those things to learn more and to kind of write a story that I think is going to, touch people and people can relate to. And my actors, a lot of them throughout the years, and then there's different cast members each year, but a lot of them have had their own personal experiences, whether it be a family member or a friend struggling with addiction. So because they have that experience, they're really invested in this cause and really helping get our message out. And in part of researching, we came across the Harford County Office of Drug and Control Policy, which has been a great resource for us. They've partnered with us, and we have been sponsoring our play for the past several years. And with that, they provide resources in the lobby when we do performances. They have counselors available for those who maybe need to talk to someone at that time. So they've really been a great asset in addition to our play. The response of our audience members has been incredible. Oftentimes we hear somebody tell me that I'm sharing their story on stage. I'm giving a voice to maybe what they were struggling with and what they felt. So it's really an opportunity to start a community conversation about the epidemic that we're facing. We oftentimes, after the play's over, we sit down, we share statistics, current statistics that are going on that actually are quite alarming, as well as invite people to come up and share their stories with us. And we've had a lot of people been able to do that and thank us for the opportunity of really spreading awareness and helping to fight this epidemic. So I'm again very humbled by the audience's feedback, and the impression that it's left has been amazing, and I'm so excited for our future and what we're gonna accomplish. I started to notice when we started losing students, when I'd hear of another person, a friend of mine, who had a family member who was struggling, and the staggering number outside of the sheriff's office of the overdoses and the death rates, and it goes up every single year, and then we hear it on the news, and now we know that it's a national epidemic and people are struggling across the states. And the thing about addiction is that it really doesn't care who you are, who your family is, your status, your race. It really can affect anyone, and it's really scary. So I realized that it was an epidemic when I started seeing everyone around me, knowing somebody who was affected by it. I don't think that there's any one reason. I think people can be self-medicating when they're experiencing a mental health issue, a physical injury, when somebody maybe feels bored or stressed and just wants to, find relaxation, or they're curious about it. When somebody has an injury, they can get addicted in recovery when they're prescribed opiates, and maybe the doctor stops prescribing them and they go through withdrawal, so they turn to heroin to kind of relieve some of that, those withdrawal symptoms. I think that there's a variety of reasons that people could turn to heroin, and there's just no one reason that it could happen to somebody. I think they foster a not me attitude, because if they thought it was going to happen to them, they would never do it. I think we've increased our efforts for prevention, awareness, and trying in our recovery efforts, but I think that the number of overdoses and deaths continues to rise. I think we need to continue with our prevention efforts, and building education and awareness. I think we need to think about treatment facilities. I think we need to think about what mental health resources we do have available in the county and consider whether we need more. And I think we need to have access to Narcan, which is helping to save people from overdosing.
Mm-hmm.